Hello and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I am Reverend Tiffany White, Sage Woman. This is another pre-recorded show. I do have another conflict in schedule today, so I thought I would record a show first. It's a little bit earlier morning on Tuesday, May 19th. So I thought I would record the show first before getting on with my day. So I do have, like I said, a conflict. I have something scheduled at showtime. So it's okay. We can fit everything in. I just have to take a little bit of creativity, right? So there seems to be a lot of, life. You've got to go and take care of vehicle repair or just recently, too, it seems like there's a lot of webinars that I have to attend. I am continuing on with my herbal certification. So it seems like each phase. And so it's a classroom and you have to participate in the webinar. So it's, if it conflicts, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Doesn't mean I don't have to have a show because, the information needs to get out there. I have to be able to be available to get the information out. And I'm not a slave to time. I don't even like time. I'm on my own time, my own moment. And anyone who knows me knows that. They will say I'm always late and or I'm too early or whatever. And it's like, I'm right on time, right on my time, right on universe's time. So whatever. It's all good. It all works out. Don't beat yourself up being, if you can't conform to time. Yes, I know that time exists only on this earth plane, only in this realm, so to speak, this universe. But we can respect it. We can respect Chronos, but I don't have to follow it, so to speak. It doesn't dictate my life. All right, I honor that this is what happens, and we also, our guides had to learn this, and and some of them do understand the concept and some don't, and that's okay. So it's all right. Well, that just needed to be put out there. So all right, I always start off with the number of the day and the numerology of the day, and if you use the complete date. So today is May 19th, 2015. May, of course, is a number 5. All right, today's the 19th. So we've got to take this down to a single digit. In numerology, we take down numbers to single digit, between 1 to 9. So 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Or the rule of 9, just drop the 9, and you're left with 1, right? And that's a little trick. Just drop the 9 and what you're left with. There you go. So that's 1. And then 2015 is, of course, vibrational energy of 8. Number 8. So if we were to add 5 plus 1 plus 8, we get 14. 4 plus 1 is 5. So it's a 5 vibrational energy today. And people are going to probably feel today a little dizzy, a little off balance. You may feel like energies are moving way too fast because it does carry a lot of energy and action today. You're going to feel full of power and excitement and ready to face every challenge this day puts in front of you. You're probably going to feel a little bit more uninhibited today than you normally do. So the energies of today, the energies of the new moon, and Mercury is in retrograde. All of this is in support to work in harmony of your inner work. All right? This is not time to start physical outside projects. This is not time, Mercury retrograde, to start something new and to sign contracts. Don't buy a house. Don't buy a vehicle, a car. Don't buy a new computer. Communication can get a little out of whack. So this isn't time for business deals to start that. This really isn't time. And Mercury retrograde, this one runs until June 11th. And so I even like to it doesn't come to a screeching halt on June 11th. Give yourself another several days to a week after that. So if you have to sign a contract, please wait until at least June 15th. So June 11th is the strongest, but I'd give it a couple more days, June 15th, and then you can start from there. Now, here's the exception. If you have started something, if you've started communication, if you've started some sort of verbal agreement, and maybe even signed a contract before yesterday and even before last week, you are okay if a project gets started during this time frame. What do I mean by that? So say maybe you want to get a fence put up. You had everything you did your research, and everything was all done prior to a couple of days ago. And then now it's okay, so within this time frame, we can come within the Mercury retrograde to put the fence up. It already had started. You already started the process before the retrograde started, so that's okay. Just don't start anything during the Mercury retrograde, because communication it's almost like flipped, misunderstood. Anything that is agreed upon during this time will come unraveled when Mercury goes direct. All right? So this is why it's like, go ahead, try it and see that you're just going to have to go back and redo it, revisit it, rethink it, whatever. It's just more work for you in the long run. All right. And so, and especially like in the process of buying something huge, like a home or a car, that's a lot of emotion attached with that, or up and down. And you just really don't need all of that. So make it easier for yourself and just wait. This also is a great lesson in patience. You had to be patient and just wait. All right. We want something instantaneously, but it really doesn't happen that way. That's an illusion. We may think something happens instantaneously, but it really takes, a little bit of momentum. It takes the intention that we set, and the emotional driving, the momentum to get it rolling. And we do have to do something. It's a beautiful process of being and doing at the same time. But we can't just sit back and say, okay, just bring this to me. In everything in your life. All right. There are exceptions, and some people can. It's different, and we can save that for a whole nother show topic. All right. So it's that you can't face every experience in your life that way. All right. There is something you have to meet halfway, and that's pretty much what it is. That's what it seems like in this life, isn't it? You have to meet things halfway. You have to meet it halfway. You have to give it energy. You just have to do it. Otherwise, the energy or the idea, the project, whatever, is not being fed the energy to grow and manifest. Okay, so I'm sorry. I know I'm just sitting here fixing all my jewelry. Stop looking at the camera, Tiffany. Anyway, I have on for those gemstone lovers. This is snowflake obsidian. So it's really pretty. It's black with looks like little snowflakes. So I have my snowflake obsidian I'm wearing today. That's my choker necklace, and then my long gemstone necklace, and of course the owl. Woo! To symbolize the inner wisdom, that this is the time that we need to do this inner work. We must be patient. This is the other part of us that we must honor, and this is the truth part of ourselves. This is where all our answers and the wisdom and that whole connection to source, to oneness lies. All right, it's so easy outside of us to be distracted by illusions, to be distracted by things that really are not that important to us. When you stop and think about it, it's really not. Okay, so these energies are going to be really intense for probably the next 3 weeks. And just, I know it may seem, oh wow, I have to take 3 weeks to work on myself. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I'm not saying call in work, and please don't do that. I'm taking time off for 3 weeks. I mean, if you really want to do that and you have the time, you want to have a staycation, or you want to go somewhere that's going to be a spiritual retreat, go for it. This is a great time for a spiritual retreat. But you don't have to go any place either. A lot of us who astral travel, we travel all the time. And it's like my in-laws joke, because they love to physically travel. They travel all over the place. And they'll sit there and tease my husband and I, and, oh, I don't like to travel. And it's like, my husband is very open himself. He's very gifted with his abilities. And I know he astral travels, and it's like, but we have, whether you want to call it imagination, we do travel. We travel a lot. And so it's when you astral travel a lot, you seem to be comfortable where you are. It doesn't say that we don't like to go and visit different new locations, and so it's fine, but we just don't need to do it a lot. So take this time for your spiritual retreat, whether you want to call it. Even if you have to go to work every day, come home, set up a specific time, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Don't give yourself a half hour, an hour. This is my spiritual retreat time. Doesn't that sound great? People call it quiet time. I'm going to take, time for myself. Whatever you want to call that time that you have with God. And it doesn't matter what you do. If you want to read a Bible, read the Bible. If you want to write a journal, if you want to have communication, a meeting with your guides, it's all left up to you, because it's really all the same thing. It is. It's that communication with that inner wisdom, that divine source, whatever we call it. Okay? All right. So, crystal message for today is rose quartz. Yay, rose quartz. I love rose quartz. You should put rose quartz all over your house. Every room. It's very, very beautiful. Maybe not the bathroom. And that's something I like, feng shui and decorating. I actually have a degree in interior decorating. And I incorporated feng shui with that. It's healing. It's all healing. Whether it's healing of your home, which is just as important, because this is where you house your sacred temple, your body. So your home must be healthy so that your physical health can be healthy, right? So bathrooms should not be, and I know that's a new thing now at modern, is to really have like this really elegant spa-like bathroom. Please understand that the shower, really the toilet, all right, is a big focus. If you were to go places in Asian countries, or places that follow feng shui, so to speak, their bathroom is offset. The toilet has its own little room. It's just a toilet room, and they shut the door. All right, because it's symbolizes water is money, and you're flushing money down the toilet. So that's why they consider that very sacred. I just keep the toilet seat down. All right, and keep the toilet seat down. Don't keep it up. It's you're putting energy that's going to be flushed. All right, you don't want the energy to be flushed. So I just put the toilet seat down, and I have windows in my bathroom, so I don't like to shut the door. I feel like the sun coming in helps to balance all the energies in there. But don't fix it up so ornate. Don't have gold fixtures. Don't, think about that. Gold fixtures on your faucets, and the water's just running down the drain. You symbolizes wealth going down the drain. Same thing with the showers, so it's, I like to view showers as sacred rainfall that helps cleanse our energies and cleanse our chakras. All right, so I know I got a little, I guess we need to to say that, because I'm just free flowing here. I'm just going with the flow. There's a lot of guides here. It's a rainy day here in Connecticut, southeast Connecticut, so everything is so much more intense energy wise, and so the spirit guides are just they're around and they're quite chatty. So if I kind of go off on something, I'll try to bring me back. I'll come back. So anyways, talking about rose quartz. So be careful, don't put a lot of gems. So it depends. You can put some on a bathroom sink. It just depends what it represents and what you want to have it for. Okay, so, but rose quartz, and here's a Merkaba. I have this rose quartz in a Merkaba. Rose quartz is the stone of love and relationships. It helps you to communicate with others in harmony. So now let's just let me spin this. If we were to put a piece of rose quartz in the bathroom, which symbolizes relationships, what do you think would happen? We would be flushing down relationships that are harmonious. So you may find that harmonious relationships suddenly feel like they're flushed down the toilet, or they leave from you, right? Or they're just not a part of you, and all this. Doesn't mean that you have to take feng shui 100%. Take what you can use and leave the rest. It's about balancing, a balance between nature and where you live and your energy. All right, it's supposed to be a balance between your home and outside. And so it shouldn't cut into your home, shouldn't cut into nature and be living in a disharmonious vibration from it. That's the whole concept of feng shui. All right, and so I absolutely suggest you do some research on it if you want to. There's just so much out there. Be careful. There's so many different sects of SECTS, sects of little offshoots of feng shui, many different beliefs. And so you just listen to your inner intuition is really what I want you to do. Many of us have done this. You know, wait a minute, come on, you know what I'm talking about. You know, we rearranged the living room. We don't like it, and you probably get upset, or I should say, your helpers probably get upset at you because it's like, put the couch here. Oh, I don't like it there. No. How about over here? Because you feel it. It's the same thing. You're feeling it. Does it feel right here? And that's pretty much what it is. Does this feel right here? Does this feel harmonious? Does this feel, And sometimes you may have a piece of furniture or a table or something you put, and you sit there and look at it for a couple days and go, no, I'm just not really sure where it goes. But then it will tell you where it wants to go, and then you move it. So we instinctively do this. I'm not just going to say just women. There's a lot of great men decorators out there as well. Very in tune. All right. So it's fun. Pay attention. The same thing as when you go out to eat and you don't want to put your back to a door. You're real funny with where you're sitting in public. That's great. You're honoring that. Okay. So just go with it. It's really beautiful. All right. Woo! So now the power animal of the week is leopard. Woo! Leopard. Big cats. Like I don't like big cats. Oh, part of my power animal. My circle of power animals. All right, and you can have more than one, and they all come in for different experiences, just like your spirit guides do. Okay. All right, so the leopard represents sensitivity to touch, very sensitive to energy. It's not just to touch. Remember, we touch everything energetically as well. Oh, not just with our hands, but we touch it with our energy. So we're very sensitive to that energy exchange. Approaching unseen, like in stealth mode. All right, you can go into stealth. How many people have walked into a room and you're not purposely trying to be quiet or stealth, and you stand behind somebody and they don't even know you're there. There you go. The ability to approach or walk up on something or someone and not be seen at first. The stealth mode. The movement in the shadow worlds, absolutely, in between the worlds, so to speak. And communication with nature and the plant kingdom. Very, very important. There's that balance, right? Now I know why I was talking about feng shui. The balance, absolutely. So, all right. The topics today, really, there isn't one specific. I'm just going to let this go because I had several topics that that the guides really wanted to talk about and to address. So the very first one was that, to make sure everyone understands, or really, I know we hear this a lot. We are one. We are one. And, oh yes, I agree. But then we go on and we live our world of separation. Do we continue to do that? Everything we do must reflect that oneness. It does. Quite honestly, it does. It's the way that we are viewing it and with separation. We're not seeing the oneness. We're separating. So we need to learn to see and recognize that oneness. I know I've suggested to many people, turn off your radios when you're listening to the news. Turn off the TV. Stop reading the newspaper. And some people go, oh, well, you're not informed that way. Yes, I definitely informed. Those that meditate every day, those that journal, those that communicate with spirit, and this is God, angel, guides. You are more informed than those that only watch the news. Because they're only getting a lower level type of energy, or they're only getting the illusional type of energy, all right, that is set forth. Now, there's so much fighting going on, and it's been going on for thousands and thousands of years. Fighting over religion, fighting over belief, fighting over which God is better. And really, it's the same creator, it's the same source. And we're fighting over the different names that have been given because of the culture or the region, the different regions that we grow up in and where we are. And so it's very, very important that we all work and strive towards that oneness. Keeping everything in balance, that's the key. People say, oh, stay positive. No, you need that negativity to be balanced. I want you to think of the scales. One side's positive, one side's negative. They're all part of the whole. And the whole focus should be balance. Our mission should be about balance. Our mission is about balance, actually. Keeping everything balanced. Those that want to just stay positive, you're being blinded by the light. All right? You're not understanding the other part of you, that negative darkness. And this is the time, the new moon, it's dark in the sky. It's time to get into that shadow work, time to understand that negative part of yourself, because it's a storehouse of emotions that we have suppressed. And we need to clean. It's time to spring clean. You've got to get in there and take care of it, because you may think, I'm dealing and handling with it just well. Are you really? You know that if you keep that stuff in a space, a closet, so to speak, within your body and don't take care of it, that energy just continues to spin. It is alive, and you're not dealing with it, and you can end up with health issues. All right? And so this is a big sign, a big clue that something's going on that you're not paying attention to. And that's usually a big wake-up call for many people when they have an accident, when something disrupts their normal everyday flow, what they call normal. All right, when something happens, either to them or to a family member. Oh my goodness, and it makes you stop and reevaluate what's going on in your life, doesn't it? All right? And so it doesn't mean that, there's birth and regeneration in a tragedy. All right, there really is. And we have to see the picture, the whole picture for what it really is. That beautiful balance. It's the balance. It's the balance. I actually was a guest last Monday, not yesterday, but last Monday on Tanya Terrell, Reverend Tanya Terrell with True Psychics Network, has a show called The Metaphysical Monday. And I am the show producer for all of the True Psychics Network shows. And so I usually am behind the scenes. And we chatted a few minutes before the show because it was like, wow, the energies are very intense. I'm experiencing these type of physical side effects. And she is too. And a lot of people are. We both, as holistic professionals, are getting feedback from clients on this is how I'm feeling. Is this normal? Is this right? And it is. It's a great show. I will post the link to it so you can get right to the specific show. I will post it when I put this video to YouTube, not only on True Psychics Network's YouTube channel, but also on my own. It's Goldylocks Temple of Healing, or I do believe if you just type in Tiffany White, you'll find my channel as well. I will put the link to that show when I upload this to YouTube. I may be able to, I probably won't be able to, but I'm going to upload this to Ustream too, so I don't think I'm going to be able to put a link in there. But, so just look for that. And you could just go to True Psychics Network channel on Blog Talk Radio and try to find in the archives Metaphysical Monday show, and you're going to look for the May 11th showing. All right, you could do it that way too if you don't want to wait. Again, that's the Blog Talk Radio, True Psychics Network channel, the May 11th episode of Metaphysical Monday with Reverend Tanya Terrell. And you'll hear us talk for about 40-45 minutes, and then she did have some callers she needed to get to. So definitely check that out if you want to hear all of that. Okay, so this whole thing with oneness and this it's very, very beautiful. So I think I was at an expo one time. I want to share this with you. I was at an expo one time. And, of course, there's many different holistic professionals there. There's many different tables, vendors. And there was a table set up there, and I had no idea who Eckankar, Eckankar, Eckankar. And so I walked by, and this nice gentleman came up, and he started talking to me. We were just chit-chatting for a few minutes. And he gave me a card. He goes, "Do you know what HU is?" I said, "No, I've never heard of HU, HU." And he goes, "You should really check this out. Here's the card. Check out the website. Just check it, read it all out when you have time." Because he knew I was a vendor there, that I was there as well working, and which really didn't have the time to sit and chat because I didn't have anybody looking out for my table at that time. So, and I thanked him, and we still keep in touch. And this was years and years ago. And so, but I did, and it's so profound. I mean, you don't even realize some of these words that we use are shared by so many different beliefs. Very, very interesting, isn't it? And HU, I'm going to read a little bit from, and I'll suggest they have examples. You can hear the song. He actually gave me a CD to listen to. It was actually very, very beautiful. But you can go to the website, and it's www, of course, .E as in Edgar, C as in Charles, K as in ketchup, ANKAR.org, okay, Eckankar.org, or you can just Google HU, HU, and it'll take you right to their website, okay, well, it won't take you, their website will be listed. HU, it's a love song to God, all right, we've heard of Om, people chanting Om. Well, you can chant HU, HU. All right, but we pronounce it like HUE. I'm going to read from the website a little bit. Now, the print isn't as big as I would like for it to be, so bear with me here. All right, so HU is a divine connection. Eckankar teaches that a spiritual essence, that the light and sound connects everyone with the heart of God, of all creation, whatever you want to call God. The light and sound is the ECK, or the Holy Spirit. Direct experience with these twin aspects of God opens the deep spiritual potential within each of us. The light and sound purify, uplift, and direct us on our journey home to God, to Source. An invitation to sing HU. You are invited to try this simple spiritual exercise. It has helped people of many different faiths open their hearts more fully to the uplifting presence of God. One. To do this exercise, first get comfortable. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Next, gently put your attention on your inner visual screen where daydreams and images come to you. The third eye. With your eyes closed, sing HU as a song of love. You may notice a feeling of peace, of warmth, of comfort. You may also recognize the presence of the divine through greater spiritual insights of your daily life. There are many ways to experience the love of God, of Creator, of Source. When you sing HU and sit in quiet contemplation, you might also perceive the inner light and sound. The light may appear as brightness or colors of your inner visual screen. The sound may be musical or the sounds of nature, such as the wind or the ocean. Listen for HU everywhere. You hear HU in the wind? However you experience the presence of God, it is bringing you a broader understanding of the life you lead. So, there's a lot more to read about that, but I thought that was just a really nice introduction for those who do not know that is very, very beautiful. Now, if you would like for me to, I will demonstrate. I love Tibetan healing bowls. I only have one because it's a healing bowl and I use this in my healing sessions. I place this on people's bodies. It heals on a cellular level. It is hammered, and my energy is focused into one healing bowl, not multiples. Okay, which is fine to have a lot of tools, but sometimes it's good to have one. The true shaman will have one. There's no need to go in abundance with all these tools. I'll tell you, the only thing I go crazy with is crystals because they should be everywhere. Alright, but there's one healing bowl, not a singing bowl, but the healing bowl, and because it is hammered. Alright, that's the difference. The singing bowls are usually smooth, and now they make them per pitch for the chakras. But the healing bowl is for all chakras. All right, it's made with 9 different metals. So it's definitely, 7 different metals. So it definitely connects with all of the chakras. And so it's very beautiful. So I like to play this. You can use a tuning fork. You can just sing it. But to me, it helps keep me in a little bit harmonized, so I'm not, blowing the speakers off for you guys. Anyway, it's very beautiful. It's just a bunch of chanting of HU. Alright, so here we go. HU. And you can do it on an exhale if you want to of your breath. Take like a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, does this feel familiar to you? You can also mix it up a little bit. You could sing HU and OM and put in other different words that mean something to you, mantras. You can add HU to your mantras. Mix it up. All right, you can go. HU. close your eyes. It's great. So I invite you to try this a little bit more, explore this. Just do this for several minutes to start off with, and just, whether it's HU and And here's something very interesting. The origin of words. Do you know? And there's nothing wrong with the word Allah. Another name for God, Allah. It's very beautiful, Allah. So, what was used to be sung to is Allah HU. Allah HU. Allah HU. Does this sound familiar to you in any way, shape, or form? Allah HU. HU. Let me add another HU, and let me add another syllable, because there is a word that we sing in churches that came from this word. Allah HU. HU. We'll repeat HU. Allah HU. HU. It's hallelujah. Hallelujah. Or it's actually Allah. You hear that? In the holla, they put the H first, but hallelujah has Allah and HU in it. Hallelujah. So we are singing vibrationally the same thing. We are unconsciously following the same pattern of creation and existence, yet we think we are divided and separate and that our God is better, even though we, without even understanding or realizing what we're doing, we're all saying the same thing from our heart song. Our heart song is all singing the same song. But then we turn around and, oh, my God's better than yours. But we were just singing the same thing. We were just saying the same thing. Vibrationally and energetically. Even if you change it around and the word's different. The vibration. Each word has a tone of vibration. Alright? And so it's very, very beautiful. So I thought that, hold on now. We should stop with the snap judgments. And where are these judgments coming from? Are you scared to break family tradition? Are you scared to break history tradition? No. More and more people are standing in their own truths and saying everything that we have been taught, whether it's from our family, whether it's from society, that you didn't agree with, is wrong for you, is wrong for humanity. Anything that applauds separation is not for oneness, is not for the unity and the harmony. Alright? So it's, just wanted to share that with you because it's something that was very profound for me. And if you want a really quick, that always works, reset, so to speak. That resets me very, very quickly. I can just, like when you're in public, or say you're at work and someone upsets you, go to the bathroom, find a quiet spot, and if you can do it out loud, that's great. If not, then just hum it. You don't have to really say it out loud, but just HU or OM, whatever resets you really quickly. You should have a reset picture, visual, a sound. My picture is the tree of life, instantly a tree, and that helps me stay grounded as we are up in the upper vibrations. Okay, it's a beautiful of balance of the two worlds. Some people say there's three because we're in the middle of these two worlds. So it's very beautiful. All right, and we really are all connected. We really are all one. So again, practice that. The HU, a love song to God, to Creator, to whatever you want to call God. And let me tell you something too, that is probably a lot of people are going to be upset, but when you go back and study the history, the founding of America, the United States of America. And it was deemed an experiment by our founding fathers. It really was. Experiment. Because they weren't sure if it was going to work or not. They took major risks. How many of us would do this now? Or would we be so comfortable with our everyday life that we wouldn't take risks like that? They changed their lives around for freedom of belief. Now, some people think that, this country was founded on Christianity. No, it was not. All right, it was not. It was founded on the concept of one God. This is why the all-seeing eye, one God, one creator, the divine architect. Whatever name you want to give God. All right? And think about this. This is people, we allow too many people to come here. We allow people to, yes, come here in the United States because they are offered a safe place to live where they can practice their beliefs, their harm non-beliefs. And this is the key. All right? It's not just an open, come on in, everyone come in and fight now. No. You're not going to bring that Eastern fighting mentality to the West. Not going to happen. There's too much embedded, I want to say patriotic, there's a mission that the Western part of the world is on to bring us back to that divine light. And those people may think, we can take over America, we can do this, or whoever they are that they feel like they can do that. Wow. Really? Anyway, they're too busy looking at lower level energies and their own false ego to realize the huge big picture. Because yes, I know that many ancient ancestors, whether it's Native American tribes, the Dalai Lama, it has been said that the Western women is going to bring the world back to peace. I believe it's just the West in general, because some people take that too literal. That it's just going to be the women. Remember, we all have masculine and feminine aspects of ourselves. The balanced man. The man who embraces his emotions, who embraces that female, yin, dark, negative energy of himself, and is completely embracing of it and in harmony with it. It's going to help. It's the same thing. That's what we need. Balanced people in complete harmony with themselves. And they love themselves. They love both aspects of themselves. Because that's part of the oneness. You don't separate. Alright? And this is how, I'm going to say, society's tried to control, how do you control the masses? I want to ask you, this is fun, little take the blinders off, in a journal or just as a project, sit down and write, if you were to take over the world, if you could, how would you be able to lead the masses? How would you be able to keep the masses in control? Because as soon as you work under the realm of control, you're already losing. Control has a winner and a loser. Right? When you're in the upper vibrations of command, wonder if that's why it's called the commandments. Of command, of pure love. That's a much higher vibration, and it's one that always wins. Because there isn't that separation of a winner or a loser. It's all part of the same thing. Alright? So let me just give this little example. Thank you. The guides are just really. So how you start your day. You get up in the morning, and even if you have, this is a beautiful day. Praise God for this fresh new day. And you take a step and you stub your toe. Does this mean now that you're going to shift your whole day into something bad because, oh my goodness, I stubbed my toe? Is this a sign of how things are going to be today? Or you drop something, or even if you break something, or just, oh my goodness, don't let that set the whole thing for the day. Let's look at the beauty of it. Why did this happen? Maybe I stubbed my toe because I was going too fast. I was moving too fast. Whether it's a, time, slave to the time, I got to be somewhere, I got to do this, I got to do that. I didn't finish giving my gratitudes. I didn't finish being present. And I took a step forward and stubbed my toe, and the guides are telling me, slow down. Happens to me every time. If I go too fast, I start dropping things. The dogs start spinning up. I get distractions to slow down because my guides don't want me to drive in a panic or in a rush. It's not good for me to do that. So it's not good for anyone to do that. But this is how I recognize what my guides do to me to slow me down. And I recognize it and honor it now. And then it's like, okay, fine. You're right. You're right. The guides are even telling you don't be a slave to the time because you are more important. Slow down. Slow down. Take a deep breath. It's all about choice. Every day. Almost seems like every experience that we have is affected by choice. We have a choice of how we are going to either react or respond. And yes, I know it's all part of the whole, but many of us separate that by just react. Yes, a reaction is very much a part of who we are, but let's observe that other side of it, just like with yin and yang. React and response, is part of the same thing. It's okay when you catch yourself reacting. Now you can shift to, I'm going to take that 10-minute pause, the 10-second pause, count to 10. Let's look at the bigger picture now. Because a lot of times people react because they find that they are offensive, like it's a direct attack against them. As soon as you take yourself out of the equation and look at the whole picture, we can deal with it better. Oh, and even if someone does personally try to attack you, understand that we must be reflecting something back from that person who attacked us that needs work within themselves. So, again, but do you see that at that time? Or are you busy defending yourself? Whoa, wait a minute. You know, it's good to protect yourself. But when we get into that defensive type of, offensive type of battle or pull, tug of war, so to speak, there's going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser. You have now engaged in the game, and there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. When you work in the realms of peace and love, and love, by the way, is who we are, when you really tapped into all of that, you'll see that winner and loser is the same. And it really doesn't matter if you're right. If you have to be right. It doesn't really matter if you have to have the last word. It doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't. The thing that matters is making sure that we show compassion to one another. That even if someone comes at us, let's wait. Scan their energy. Are they going through something? And we just happen to be the object of where they want to dump. The safe place where they want to dump. And some people do that too. Healers, I feel, are the ones that get when you feel like you're attacked more, because you do put this very loving, caring energy out, and people come to you, feel that you're safe just to dump and to leave, and they may attack you. And the thing is not to be defensive. Recognize what's going on. If you can, scan their body energetically and see what's going on. Is there a health issue? Or just ask your guides, or just, is there something else going on with them? Yeah, guarantee that there's something going on. And you're just in the right place at the right time for them to take it out on you, to vent. And that's, most people are just venting. There are those that truly are looking for a fight because they're fighting themselves. All right. And so it's just, let's look at the other person as if it was you. Look at the other person as what really helps put in perspective. And moms, parents, depending on their age. All right. If it's an older person, it's like, what if this was my parent? This was, or the same age. What if this is my sibling? This is my brother or my sister. Young one, what if this was my child? How would I want someone else to react to my child or respond to my child? That just helps put you in that place. And then you can realize, we are all connected. We're all part of the same soul family. So, there you go. So how can I help this person? And even if they seem like they're not embracing it and they yell, scream, whatever, and they walk away, know that your love, your vibration, and sometimes you don't even have to say anything, words. Some people just want to just want to be heard. They want to be listened to. Maybe people don't feel like they're heard anymore. Everyone is in such a, let's just talk over each other, talk. Does anyone ever really, there's a difference between hearing and listening. Hear the words I say, or listen to the words that I say. Listen to the vibration. Listen to the feeling. And most people just want to be listened to. Right? Are we in such a hurry now? Where's all the beautiful stories that our ancestors used to tell us? You know, do you have the patience to sit down and listen to someone elderly tell a story, even if it takes a half hour to tell a story? Are you fidgeting? Have you noticed young ones pull out their cell phones and I'm listening to you, I'm just checking this too, I'm multitasking? Stop. And enjoy that time with an ancestor, with an elder, so to speak, in society, whether it's in your family or in society. Take a time and listen to what they have to say. All right, because guarantee it's going to be more life-changing. It's going to be very valuable information. So much more valuable information you'd ever find on your cell phone. There's so many distractions nowadays. You know, people running. We live in a really popular neighborhood for walking and running. And everyone has their music and they have, whatever they... And it's like, really? One, I think it's dangerous. Because then how can you hear somebody? How can you hear if you're getting ready to get run over? No. I mean, you need to hear the things around you. Even if this is nature. Listen to the birds singing. Listen to, because we can all, I can smell the carbon monoxide. Oh, I see cars, I see traffic. Oh, I see this, I see that. Okay, what things of beauty do you see? Because beauty is always present. Mm-hmm. And so we just have to honor it, look for it. All right. And so even if you can take a junkyard, what's the beauty in a junkyard? The beauty is the potential of what it can be when it's cleaned up. Do you understand it? The potential. It's living, breathing ground underneath all that junk, right? So we shouldn't just give up on anyone, on any being, and this includes all the beings. All right, every being on this earth plane, every being, yes, in this realm of existence and beyond, because there's multiverses within a universe. So even in our founding fathers believed in a plural universe and in a multiple type of existence, so to speak. They understood that then. So it's just trying to bring everyone to live in peace and harmony. And we're all doing the best that we can. Be sure to give yourself a pat on the back. Be gentle. Love yourself. Because how can anyone else love you if you don't love yourself? Know that you are an abundant child of God. An abundant child of the divine. In all areas too. Abundance in all areas. All areas. Alright? And don't be so focused so much on money and security, because money is not it's an energy source. Yes, it is. It's a lower vibrational type of energy source. We can honor that energy source and bring it up a little bit energetically, but it will never exist in the very high light body type of vibrations, because it's just not needed. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time out of your day or evening to watch this show. Thank you for sitting in Sacred Circle with me. It has been a pleasure. Please visit my website, whitesagewoman.com. It's white sage, SAGE, woman.com. You can also find me on truepsychicsnetwork.com. So be sure to check that out as well. I just added a page on my website at whitesagewoman.com. I added essential oils. I am a Nature's Sunshine independent distributor of the products. I have been for like over 2.5 years now. And I absolutely love the herbs, the natural supplements, and they've just revamped their oil line, their essential oils. And and they have some pretty impressive accessories as well. I have like this diffuser ball, and there's a picture of it on the website under essential oils. And it has these little scent cards, and you can take some of the oils and just put some drops on the scent card, stick it into the diffuser, and plug it into an electrical outlet, and it smells so good. And I love so many different. I think my favorites, like for downstairs and in bedrooms, is like a geranium. I just love the smell of that. It smells so beautiful. And then for bathrooms, I use eucalyptus oil. Because I used to take fresh eucalyptus and put it on the shower head so that when you're taking a shower and it steams, it opens you up. Well, it got really hard for me to find, especially during the winter, fresh eucalyptus. And so I thought, this is a neat concept. Here you go. You know, I will put some fresh oil on the scent card right before a shower, and then let me tell you, it's very powerful, and it really opens you up. And so you're inhaling all of this with the steam. It's very, very nice. All right, and very effective. And so I was like, well, there you go. Now I don't have to worry about whether it's in season, where can I find fresh eucalyptus, because the oil is right from the source as well. So just check it out. I spent a lot of time putting that page together. So I hope you enjoy all parts of my website, whitesagewoman.com. Again, check out truepsychicsnetwork.com. There's horoscopes that just went out, horoscopes Monday through Monday. So see what energies are favorable for you. These are channel messages for each sign. It's not so much really using astrology as much as it is, okay, guides, angels, what message do you have for for Capricorn? What message do you have for Aquarius, and so forth? All right, very, very beautiful. Each member of True Psychics Network takes their turn and channeling these horoscopes for you. So check it out and see what energies are favorable for you this week. So again, thank you so much for watching the show. And if you haven't liked my channel or subscribed to my channel on YouTube, please do so. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much again. And remember, we are all one. We're all part of the same love source. So let your love light shine. brightly for everyone to see. Many blessings, everyone. Namaste.